Throughout Sir Isaac Newton's life, he conducted many experiments and made many groundbreaking discoveries. In the 1600s, Sir Isaac Newton began working on and finalizing his theory and discovery of gravity, one that would be recognized for centuries to come. In 1660, he began working on a color wheel. In 1665, Newton began working on a generalized binomial theorem and later developed what we now know as calculus through this. He became very well known through this and sent a very important subject forward into humanities textbooks, assisting how many people do their jobs today. However, Newton's utilization of prisms to make the color wheel is much lesser known. Light and color understanding really began in the 1660s when he started experimenting with light and color, and then he used refracting prisms and a projected spectrum to create a color wheel very similar to the one we use now. His discoveries led to the discovery that blue, yellow, and red were primary colors, and that the colors on the opposite side of the wheel were opposites or complements of one another. In the experiment, he used something deemed as Snell's law, a law in which the sines of the angles of the prisms compared to the middle ground of the distance between the prisms and the wall were equal to the inverse ratios of the refractive indices of the angles when the prisms were equidistant to the wall in the spectrum. During the experiment, Newton placed prisms in a spectrum on a level ground facing the wall and shined a white light onto the prisms in the spectrum. He sees a rainbow as expected, however, he began to realize that the colors were in fact opposites, and began to take notes what we now know today as Roy G. Biv, or red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, violet, the color of the rainbow, as well as the color that reflected from the prism. Before this, everyone thought that the light was black and white. However, the prisms were going to color the light, and this was not the case. It took him quite a while to publish his findings, maybe because he ate a lot of mercury or stared at the sun for 7 hours straight, but he published them in 1704, almost 40 years later, in something named Optics, his book.